And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to another episode of my single-player series. What are we doing today? Well, we're going to get that nether miner working. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves something called redneck cable. And again, this is more of my build that I cannot credit, in fact, to myself, but must be credited to Direwolf20. Simply because this is, I think, the only way I can get this to work. The other thing we're going to need is a precision sledgehammer. Crafted pretty simply. We just need to get some plastic sheets, which we can get just like that. Precision sledgehammer. Now let me go show you guys. Let me pick this buddy up here. Now let's go back to the nether and I can show you what's kind of cool about this. So this build, jetpack. I always forget about that. Would you just die? Thank you. So what we need to do now is I'm going to fly right over to here, turn off the jetpack. And we're going to pull this one up. All right. And now we're going to place down this redneck cable. Just like that. Now notice how it's connecting there. Well, all I should have to do with my precision sledgehammer is... there we go. That side is now cable-only connection mode. So you can see it's not connecting at all. Alright? I don't think that I'm going to actually really do anything in this mode, but that's okay. Now, the cool thing about this is that this is basically the same type of wire that we're used to using in other mods, but it's not a multi-part. So we're going to have an easier time actually dealing with this and dealing with our turtle. Alright, so we're going to run this out over to here. Okay? And now, what we're going to do is we're going to say that this, we can select the color, so now that's magenta, alright? And this one should be purple. So this is going to move the entire frame platform, and this is actually going to disassemble it. So let's get our good buddy turtle put down, and we actually want him to sit right here, okay? So we're just going to place that down. We're going to go into jetpack mode and break this block. Alright. Startup 24 times to index. No. Alright, well, we're going to have to fix that. So let's do edit, startup. Alright. There we go. Set this to whichever side the chest is. Okay. Alright. I'm going to have to pull this up actually outside of this. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Because I need to get this thing configured, and it's a little hard to read its present format. Suffice to say, I'm going to configure this program, and I'm going to bring you guys back in once I'm done with the configuration. And we're back, guys, and I think I have it working. I put some lamps in for debugging. So let me walk you through this code here. I know it's a little messy, but that's because this is Direwolf's code modified by Kasorith. So let's take a look. We have a print function. Okay. So now what's happening is the turtle is going to select slot 1, which is the redneck cable. He's going to place it underneath him. Okay. Now, the original author said mine is blue. I'm using orange. So what orange is doing here is orange is activating this force field projector that has the block breaker, disintegration speed, and other upgrades in it that actually does the mining in front of us. Then he's going to wait. All right. So it says 30 seconds. I have this thing waiting for a full minute before I fire because this thing's a lot slower than the mining wells are. All right. So now he's going to set the bottom output to 0, which clears all of the outputs, right? All right. Then what he's going to do, he's going to move the platform. He's going to sleep for 5 seconds. And then he's going to activate... Really? Then he's going to activate... You know what I'm actually going to do here? I'm going to do this. Then he's going to activate the underside cable, of course. Colors.magenta, which activates the caterpillar drive, which is over here. And then he breaks his redstone cable, moves forward. Okay? So that's the first part of this. So let's execute mine. He's going to place his cable, and you see that that just activated. You should also see that we're breaking blocks in front of us. All right? And it's actually progressing pretty darn rapidly. I think he's doing actually 2 blocks at once out there. So now that I have the speed upgrades, we may not even need the... Why did you... Why did you shut down? Oh, I lost a lever. I think I lost a lever over here. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Bit of an accident. But that's okay. I think we're still inside our mining cycle here. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see how this works. We may still be in our cycle. We may still be okay. Actually, can't really tell. Alright, we're shut down. The turtle's waiting, and now it's going to attempt to move us forward. And we moved. Alright, now the turtle is going to break the block underneath him, and he's going to shift forward. And he's complete. Alright, we are now set, done, and done. Awesome. Now, how does this thing run continuously? First of all, you notice I have some baked potatoes in the ender chest. Okay? That's what tells this thing to keep running. I also linked an ender pouch to it so I can control it remotely. How does that work? Well, let's edit startup and take a look. So what he's doing is his chest is on the right, okay? While true, do, okay? And I2, I equals 2, is just a variable that tells it which slot to expect fuel in. If his fuel level is less than 200, he's gonna check slot 2 to see if there's any fuel in there. I put colon. Then he's gonna pull it out, and he's gonna do a turtle.refuel. And he's going to put those items back into the chest. Okay? Then he's going to select slot 1. Okay, so what he's doing now is he's searching through the available inventory slots, looking for any fuel. So now he's going to check for items in the chest, okay? If they're in the chest, if there's one item in the chest in slot 1, he's going to say, okay, we need to have a program we need to execute. He's going to execute shell.run. Otherwise, he's going to say he's missing something. Did I just lose the turtle? You jerk. You jerk. Oh god. What is it, a convention out here today? Oh my word. That's one heck of a hat on you, buddy. And your hitbox is weird. Did I actually pick up the turtle? No, it looks like I actually just lost the turtle. Okay. Let me go redo that. I'll be right back. Suffice to say, I had it working. Alright, so right now we are in the mining phase. And let's see if this thing actually... There we go. It's going to sleep. It's going to activate the magenta cable. We're going to move. We've moved. Magenta is off. Alright. Now he should sleep for a couple more seconds. Well, he breaks. There we go, and we're mining again. Nice. Now, I'm just going to sit here and monitor this thing while this thing runs, just to make sure that nothing breaks. Alright? Because that's one thing I don't want to see happen. I don't want anything to break and stop working on me. Because if that happens, things could get kind of difficult. But it should be fine. As long as it just can keep up with itself and it doesn't move too fast. And that's all adjustable with the Lua computer. That is all adjustable. And this thing is also now remote controlled. Remember that. Now, I don't have two-way transport because that's a little more complicated than I really wanted to get into with keystones and all that sort of stuff. But this is a slightly different implementation of what Dyer used. And I'm probably actually going to replicate this in my overworld miner. Alright, so we're done. We're going to wait. I hope we're actually done. Yeah, we're moving. And we moved. Okay. Now let me just bounce over here and let me make sure we're actually... Because one of the things I want to make sure of... Because we're not mining out that much stuff is the issue, right? Because we're not actually that deep. But once we get over to, like, here, we might run into some issues. How much buffer time do we actually have is the question of the day. Looks like we have quite a bit of buffer time sitting over here. Alright, so let me just monitor this guy, and I'll be back in a little while with the progress report on how it's turned out. Be right back. Alright, so as of right now, it seems we are doing a pretty good job. This thing is handling pretty much everything I've thrown at it so far. We'll see how it does as it gets further along. But basically, I think we have a very successful Nether miner build. Look at that. It's slow, but you know what? Speed isn't everything, and it works. It's functional. I may use one of these in the overworld as well, because it seems to be a pretty efficient design, all things considered. Alright, it eats power like nobody's business, but yeah, but it works. It is functional, and it absolutely works. It's just a little bit slow about it, but that is absolutely fine. So, I'm missing a chunk loader. Ooh. Okay. Well, let me fix that, and I will return to you guys very shortly. Did I catch you in time? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'll catch you guys back in the overworld once I fix the lack of a chunk loader problem. Alright guys, so let's get started with this. Now, I've been building out this ship, but it's kind of a pain in the rear end because I keep running out of stone bricks. Yeah, kind of a problem. So here's the deal, right? Now, I could... Yes, there's no good way to keep a chest supplied with items using applied energistics. I can use logi pipes, but there's no great way to do this without kind of a complex subnet system and a bit of craziness. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use an ender chest, and I'm going to code it the exact same way. Blue, 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 just like this one. Alright, and I should probably empty this ender chest out while I'm in here. Badunk, 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 badunk. And see, the thing is, I have this builder's wand that I found in the cave chest thing. Dungeon chest, actually. And that's great. It allows me to build really quickly. But I need the materials to build with, and that can be kind of an issue. So to that end, we're going to use some items called translocators. Alright? Let's get ourselves a pair of item translocators. And then let's get ourselves an interface. Alright? Craft me one interface, computer. If you'd be so kind. It's going to take a little while. So why don't we get this part of it set up? And I'm probably going to use this room, because it's a little underutilized right now. So I'm going to put that there. So let's put this here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And let's see how this thing is doing. Oh, goody, good, good. So let's get ourselves our interface. And let's come running back over to here. No, wrong room. Over to here. There we go. We're just going to break this cable and place this down instead. And we're going to put a translocator on each side. One there and one there. Now, translocators by default, whichever side is pushed in will move items in. So, for example, if I put a baked potato in, and I clicked that, it would move items in. Now, if I said to keep a baked potato in here, and I pushed in this side, what do you think would happen? Well, it would move the baked potatoes into this part of the network. Awesome. Now, what do you think will happen if I come back over to here and grab a stone brick? Or let's get a stack of stone bricks, shall we? 1 stack of stone bricks, please. Apologize for the phone in the background. That's not under my control. So, let's open this guy up, and let's tell it to keep a stack of stone bricks in its inventory. In fact, let's tell it to keep... okay, you're going to derp today. There we go. 4 stacks of stone bricks. And then let's tell it can craft items when needed while exporting. Perfect. Now we're going to do something a little more complicated with this. because I don't want that entire chest filled up, right? So let's get ourselves a diamond. A diamond. Yeah, a diamond. All right, a diamond. A full-on diamond. I think this is how this works. All right. Shift-click. Right-click. Oh, right. It's not a diamond. It's a diamond nugget. There we go. And let's tell this. We can now say it's a regulator. So I want it to keep... If I get this thing to cooperate with me today. Okay, that's how you work. Okay, awesome. So let's do that. 1122, 128, 256. And now, let's do... Get our diamond nugget out of there. And we'll do that. And you can see all of those items shooting across. And notice my ME system is desperately trying to keep up with it. It's going to have a hard time because that's a lot of stone bricks I'm asking to keep in the system. But notice, now that it's full, it's not asking for any more. And my ME system can actually build back up. And I believe what it's probably doing is it's actually crafting that stone up. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. It's actually crafting the smooth stone to keep that chest supplied. Perfect. So now, whenever I need some stone bricks, I just reach into here, grab a few out, and I can work on finishing the walls of my ship out here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so I'm going to finish up some of this building, and I'll be right back. And just in the middle of moving some stuff around. Huh. Why are you not forming? Oh, I know why, because all my research reset. Right. So, as you can see, I'm just in the middle of moving my base out a little bit. So it goes 2 diagonal out. Okay. Yep, I'm just in the middle of moving my base a little bit. Getting my magic stuff moved up to the new airship. So it should be... How does it work over there? 2 diagonal 2, right? Maybe. 3 diagonal, and then a line. Okay. So that's 3, a diagonal block, and then the line starts there. So that's 3, a diagonal block, and the line starts there. Yoink. Put that there, put that there, and there we go. So we are slowly but surely moving all of our magic-based stuff up here to our nice new construct. And as you can see, it's actually not going to look too bad once we're done either. So if I just use my builder's wand. Just like so. Just to give us something of an idea what this thing's going to look like. So the thing is, I'm trying to add some texture and detail into this. Right? Now, getting these roofs to match is just not going to happen, but that's okay. So as you can see, we're actually, it's shaping. Let's put it that way. We're getting a shape. That's going to have to change. Because that's kind of rectangular. And a lot of this is going to need to be adjusted. Like this wall is a little bit rectangular right now, and a little bit flat-sided. And I don't like this whole blank space up there. But we'll deal with that in time. It's right now mostly just an issue of, you know, getting the basic structure laid out and then sort of prettifying it as time goes on. But we are getting a majority of stuff moved up here, which I'm really happy about. I've been working on this forever. By the way, we are right now above, I believe this is the engine room we're directly above, and then this would be the tank room over here, liquid processing off the sides. So what I'm probably going to do here... You know, I keep returning to that same line. What I may do is I may pull this back, right? So what I may do, if I could just get out some stone bricks as a marker, I may pull this back and then over, right? And then I might actually come out a little bit more, like that. And then maybe like... I have a jetpack, I should use it. And then maybe come out a little bit like that. You know, that may be what I do instead. Just to give this thing a little bit more, I don't know, detail, definition, variation. I'm going to have to change up some of the blocks eventually too, but that's okay. Because then if I pull this back, then I actually have a knot. That would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 internal room, right? And then I can pull this back like this. Right? I can pull this back, and that turns these side areas sort of into useful space for me. And all I have to do is knock out part of this wall, and I can just drag that back, and then have the entrance be from either the Thaumcraft room or the Ars Magica room. Either way, that should work relatively well as I think about it. Yeah, I don't see necessarily why that wouldn't work. Oops. That popped up. Okay. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work. Let me know, guys, what you think I should do with this. Any tips you guys might have. I'm not usually an aesthetic builder. I'm not certain about how this is turning out. It's a little blunt in the bow. But I think this should work. I hope. I need to do something with this wall. I know I need to do something with this, because this is just flat right now. And I need to change it up a little bit. And I have enough space in there, I guess, that I could do something aesthetic. Yeah, I got a couple blocks buffer space here. Alright, guys, but this has been Mr. Kassarian. I think it's time for me to end this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. It has been fun. It has been awesome. We got ourselves another miner, and I got some more work on the base done, and I got auto resupply on stone bricks. Yes! Okay, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Happy mining.